as a part of setting up the student exchange that I'm about to go on, there was a lot of assessments and assignments that I had to complete in a study abroad unit for the university. And while a lot of them seemed a little bit tedious, there was one exercise that I ended up actually getting quite a lot of value from. That exercise was a letter to my future self. And originally, I thought it may have just been a mild annoyance, something that I simply needed to tick the box on just to be able to move on with other things, but it surprised me. And as a result, I wanted to share it as my final video in Australia, because having the text is all good and fine, and I'm all for writing things down, but I just personally think that capturing something like this in a video format can only go to emphasize the value that it provides. So, without further ado, let's get into the letter. Hi Matt, I recognize that this may be a rather weird form of communication, but go with me on it. I'm here on the 22nd of August in 2022 talking to you. Also Matt, once I returned from South Korea sometime around late August in 2023. I recognize that right now you think that you know a whole lot about what things will be like and how the experience is going to be incredible regardless of what does or doesn't happen. But I don't really know that quite yet, where I am. But you do. What was it actually like? My imagination is exploding with possibilities. Surely you would have finally learnt Korean to at least a casual conversational level, because, I mean, come on, you've been in the country for a year. What else could you have been doing? Also, I'm curious to see what kind of friends you ended up making while over there, and what kind of memories you made as a result. I'm sure it wouldn't be like the stereotypical trope of a K-drama. But could it? All I hope, as a result of this time spent overseas, is that you finally find that peace, that calm that you've been searching for. The over-identification with the ego and self-importance has finally resolved itself, and you are now able to simply do good work without that lingering need for praise or validation to be the subtle driving motivator. I'm glad that I'll be taking photos and videos throughout my time over there. That'll be quite the catalogue, won't it? You may very well burn out at points where you try to juggle everything a little too inefficiently, but you're in the hub of the world where working hard and at least trying your very best is all you need to do. Don't stress too much, just work as hard as you can and be content in the knowledge that you couldn't have done any better. Damn, you'll also be 27, an old man. What would 17-year-old Matt think of you? Probably wouldn't believe me if I told him. But then again, he wouldn't even believe hearing about me, let alone you. I know you will do great and things will work out, not only because they always do, but because you inspire me every day to keep getting better and pursuing my potential, not only for our benefit, but for all those special people around us too. Do more than you think you can. I love you, man. Sincerely, Matthew Collins.